more than a dozen states are still defying the executive order banning biological boys from girls' sports. At least 2 states, California and Maine, are facing lawsuits over it, and the state of Minnesota is under a federal investigation. Joining us now to discuss is Defending Education Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Good morning to you, Erika. Great to see you. Your organization has a compliance tracker from all 50 states. So tell us, how many are still allowing biological boys to play in girls' sports?
I think there was a bit of good news in this, actually. We just decided to take a look. Once we heard what was happening in California and Maine, we figured, let's look at what the states and the interscholastic federations in the states are doing. And we discovered that 32 of the 50 states are now in compliance with the executive order in the original meaning and text of Title IX, and 18 remain openly defiant and are still allowing participation in athletics and also access to locker rooms, etc., based on gender identity.
So what's the good news here? The 32 states? That's what you're looking at?
The good news is that this has been such a pervasive problem nationally that I didn't think we'd be at 32. So the good news is we're at more than half that are now returning to sanity and protecting single-sex spaces and female athletics. Obviously, the 18 that are still doubling, tripling down and in resistance mode, they are concerning, and I live in one of them, and it's mortifying. But at least we're at 32, so we're going in the right direction.
Meantime, a school district in Massachusetts, also a bit of good news, as you would say, because it's Massachusetts of all places. They're going against the teachers' union regarding curriculum materials they say are anti-Semitic, anti-Israel. What's happening with this? What's the story here?
So the Massachusetts Teachers Association has just been a cesspool of anti-Israel, anti-Jewish, and anti-Semitic commentary, events, and materials. And to see the city of Brookline really come out and say, enough is enough, and to say, they call it out. They call it unambiguously anti-Semitic. They caution teachers against using those materials. They do deserve credit and praise for taking a stand. I know the bar is low, but we've just seen so little of this that we wanted to give a shout out to Brookline for standing up on principle and what's right and fighting back against their crazy union.
Well, victory is a victory. Nonetheless, right? Finally, a story that's grabbing headlines lately is something called the Trevor Project, which made its way into nearly every public school. So explain what the intent was of the Trevor Project and why it's ending now.
With so many organizations that were originally founded to provide support to gay and, lesbian teens, and people can debate the appropriateness of that, but that's what it was. But as with everything, gender ideology kind of came in and took over. And once again, with this, the Trevor Project has a number where when people call the 988 Lifeline, the suicide prevention line that's part of our federal government, anything related to LGBTQ would sent over to the Trevor Project. The problem is that the Trevor Project now has gone into this weird world of pseudoscience where they're telling people that they're born in the wrong body. They're telling people it sounds like a great idea to cut your parents out of your life and go live with some random adult that's showing you support, etc. So this suicide line, prevention line, is not going away. It's just that this option to press number 3 for LGBTQ teens, that's going away because that was getting diverted to the Trevor Project, and the Trevor Project has turned into kind of an ideological nightmare that's not safe for minors.
So the intent has changed now from what it was in the beginning. Got it. Defending?
Like many organizations, it has kind of gone off the rails and doesn't do what it used to do.
Got it. Defending Education Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Always great to see you. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.
You too, Jan. Thanks so much.